Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with the best monk deck in Clash Royale. As soon as the monk entered the arena, everyone quickly realized it was the best champion in the game. His 1 elixir ability can bounce back any projectile. That means if your opponent tries to rocket or fireball your tower, your 3 musketeers, or elixir collector, you can keep them alive with your monk. That's right, his 1 elixir ability keeps your stuff safe while putting your opponent in a severe state of distress. And if they try to arrows your minion horde or barbarian barrel or log your goblin gang, you'll bounce it right back in their face. Because there's so many cards that you could potentially protect with this deck, there's room for a lot of outplay potential and surprising opponents. And even if Monk gets a nerf, because he's paired with so many vulnerable bait cards to protect in this deck, the synergy will stay strong. So let's go jump straight to some games with the best Monk deck in Clash Royale and assert dominance. Lots of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. Alright, so jumping right into the action against Mr. Pant. This guy, interestingly enough, has the Mega Minion banner. I feel like, you should probably be evolving to the Phoenix, bro. It's probably one of the best cards in the game, if not the best one. This guy's gonna have Inferno Dragon. That's one of the best cards to kill Phoenix because the Phoenix is just a melee card that can't outrange it. And then also the monk doesn't reflect Inferno Dragon damage. So that's a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. He's gonna go for a freeze. I'm gonna zap so then the Inferno Dragon does eventually get reset. And then I can go and click the monk ability. Even though it's not actually going to get reflected by the Electro Wizard, it's going to have a lot of HP now. It's taking 80% less damage. So it allows the Musketeer stay alive a bit longer and then force out more elixir from our opponent with the Baby Dragon and Electro Wizard answer. So very nice start for us. When we see Baby Dragon and Electro Wizard, I'm immediately expecting this to either be like a control deck with Graveyard or maybe a Royal Giant deck. So I'm going to go for an Elixir Collector in the middle and find out what he's got. If he goes in for a Lightning, then we know it's going to be Royal Giant. If he's going to go for a Poison, we can expect it to be a Graveyard. Typically, they're going to drop a spell on that. Okay, Bowler. So probably going to still be one of those decks. We'll have to wait and see what you're going to be doing. I'm going to go Ice Golem here. I really want to go Goblin Gang and then Monk and then finish off the Barbarian Barrel with the Monk and make him really salty right now. So I'm going to go in for the Monk ability and then try to reflect the Barbarian Barrel. Yo, look at that. Are you guys kidding me? We have a mini tank right now for the Goblins, and we stole his Barbarian. That's ridiculous. And the best part is the Monk is still going to stay alive. It's going to give me another ability right now. I can kill the Electro Wizard in one tap, click the ability with the Monk on the right-hand side, and the minions are swarming the left-hand tower too. Look at that. The Ice Golem is a win condition in the right, and, well, the left tower is completely out of sight. It's gone. This deck is absolutely disgusting, and with a minute left over, I can just continuously split through Musketeers and keep a defense on both sides so he can never break through. So the man literally can't even cross the river because the monk is sitting there meditating, saying, "You shall not pass." The Baby Dragon is literally finishing itself off. If you play Monk correctly, this deck just does not feel fair. The value that we got with the Barbarian Barrel bounce back was unreal. Hey, we got a game against Bana. Wait, is he going to be playing Golem for us today? He's probably one of the best players in the entire world. He was actually #1 in the world, and I copied his deck recently. So we'll see what he's going to be packing for us today. I want to go for an Elixir Collector in the middle, and this will likely be the hardest game of eternity for me if he's actually the real Bana. I'm an Ice Golem on the same side, and whenever we see Lava Hound, we are totally expecting a fully fledged Phoenix deck. So what I'm planning on doing is going for 3 Musketeers, and then seeing what he has in store for us. We wanted 3 Musketeers in the pocket, so if he has Lightning, he's not able to hit all the Musketeers easily. He'll hit my tower as well, so it's going to be difficult for him to deal with. Oh, he's got arrows, and he's also going to have that version. That's not good. We got to go and use the Monk ability so we can stay alive a little bit longer, so then we can afford the Goblin Gang. And the Goblin Gang will be able to fully counter the rest of the Lava Hound. But that was annoying, Bana. Why didn't you have Lightning like a good Lava Hound player? I mean, there's great Lava Hound players that run Fireball arrows. It's just not as normal as having Lightning in this meta, I would assume. All right, so what is this guy going to do? We can probably go for an Ice Golem to go and kite the Phoenix to the other side. Okay, I'm definitely kiting that to the other side. That's great for me. This is a really good trade because I can 3 Musketeers, and he's not able to kill this. If he goes in for a Fireball, then he has nothing for the Elixir Collector, and then I'm able to get a huge Elixir advantage. Also, since we split up our Musketeers, 2 of them going towards the Phoenix, now he still has to worry about the other one on the other side. The Phoenix isn't going to give him that much value, and I'm actually going to be disposed to going in for a Monk in the left-hand lane because I think he's going to have to go and spend a lot of Elixir there. Because the Monk, if it's going to be tanking, that would be incredible. And if it doesn't, then I guess I zap, so then the tower resets on the Monk, because now the Monk is in front. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to click the Monk ability, so then we can keep the Musketeers a bit healthier and reflect 200 damage from the Monk back onto the tower. Pull back all of our opponent's stuff and deal with the Lava Pups with no worries in the world. Okay, so Can we make some crazy outplay with like Miner and then Goblin Gang and get him to arrow this? And then maybe just go in for a Minion Horde afterward? Wait, that was so good because he has to arrow that. Now he has to Fireball in the Minion Horde, but I think the Minion Horde kills the balloon before he's able to Fireball. So he will Fireball in this eventually, right? There's no shot that he just lets that roll. Or maybe he does, so then we can go for 3 Musketeers. Is the Phoenix going to die on his side and get rebirth? I really hope so. I'm going to split 2 Musketeers in the right-hand side. There's a high chance that he just goes in for a Fireball here. Totally okay with it. I kind of expect it, to be honest. We can go in for an Ice Golem afterward and then go in for a Monk on the other side. So we want to force out even more Elixir. Like, I need him to arrow this. Because the Ice Golem's going to be tanking it. It's going to force out more Elixir from our opponent for sure. I want to Zap so then we can keep that alive. I'm going to use the Monk ability so then the Monk doesn't die. And wait, the Miner is going to put him into devastating range where all I need to do is go in for 1 more Miner and I think I will win this game. I'm going to go Goblin Gang. I'm going to go Ice Golem so then the Phoenix doesn't put in too much work. I'm also going to apply pressure so then he has to deal with the Miner. What is he going to do? He has to stop the Miner, but he doesn't have enough Elixir because he has to go all in on me. He's going to Fireball. No way. We can go for a Monk here and then go Goblin Gang. So when the Phoenix pops, it should die as well. There's no shot, right? There's no shot that the balloon does enough. All I need is 1 Miner shot and a Zap, and I will win this game. Let's freaking go, guys. He has no Elixir, and the balloon is not going to do enough. He needed 2 balloon shots there, and he had no time left. So that was actually the real Banna. If you look at his legacy best, 56 in the world finish at over 8,500 trophies, and we stomped him with 3 Musketeers. Hey, we got a game against Sushi. What's up, dude? We're gonna drop a good luck and see what's up. Definitely want to go for 3 Musketeers at the start because we're gonna get profuse value, shutting down those wall breakers and making him drop extra Elixir that he probably doesn't want to. So typically when we see this guy, he is always running like Royale recruits. So I'm fully expecting that here. I don't even need to go in for a Zap. I'm pretty sure that it kills the Magic Archer, so wasting a Zap there would put me at a deficit and not be able to stop the Royal Recruits because I wouldn't have had Elixir for the Goblin Gang. So really nice start for us. I think that he's just going to go in for recruits and spam us as much as he possibly can. Meanwhile, we have 3 Musketeers and he doesn't have a spell in his deck because he's running the Petal deck with Princess, no spell at all, Wall Breakers, Recruits, E-Barbs, those type of shenanigans. I want to go in for a Monk in the left-hand side and the same side as the Royal Ghost so we can perpetually push that back and see what he's up to. Also, the fact that he doesn't have a spell means that, oh, no, he's got level 14 Phoenix. Okay, that's a little bit more scary for me. That is straight up the best card in Clash Royale right now. If I go in for a Minion Horde, it's likely that he's going to go in for a Princess. Oh, he's got Goblin Drill with this version. I wasn't expecting that. I'm going to let that roll. There's no point in me dropping anything else. Like, if I overspend right now, I probably would lose the game. If I can keep my 3 Musketeers in card cycle and I can kill the Phoenix with that and get counter pushed, that's going to be our best decision. Sometimes you got to eat tower damage to get damage. And that Phoenix is out of sight, out of mind. Okay, so he's going to go in for a Barbarians in the back. I think I can go in for a Zap and kill the Royal Ghost and then also kill the E-Barbs, hopefully. Maybe I'm insane for doing so, but I think that's the right decision. Oh, he's got a level 12 Monk too. Okay. That's not that scary. I think we can go and pull everything to the side and then go for an Ice Golem so we can push the Monk back as well. He might click the reflection damage. Yeah, so he's going to get 200 damage on my tower right now. And there's nothing I can do about it. There's just guaranteed damage every single time. Straight up ridiculous sometimes. So he does have Goblin Drill for our Elixir Collector, unfortunately. A lot of times, like, you would expect the Goblin Drill to get reflected like a Barbarian barrel, but that's not the case. So I need to go for a Goblin Gang to shut that down. Fortunately, he has no way of killing that, so that's always good for us. I have no way of stopping the wall breakers. Even if I went for like the Monk, it just doesn't fire fast enough, so there's no point in us doing that. I'm going to 3 Musketeers, and I can go in for a Monk to body block the Magic Archer, and the Magic Archer straight up dies. This is a really unfair mechanic. If you're running a range card into a Monk, you're not going to get any value. Magic Archer dies, we can tank for the Recruits for an infinite amount of time, and then we can go for a Miner with the Monk keeping the Musketeers alive. I'm pretty sure he's 100% dead right now. There's no shot that you're keeping that tower alive. And then you have to go for an all-in push with your Goblin Drill into this. And I think we can kill that with like Goblin Gang, go in for Elixir Collector so that your wall breakers jump onto that. And then because you don't have a big spell, you can't break through without going in for a Magic Archer. So we're just going to make a prediction with the Miner and then go Ice Golem right after. So we knew what his deck was. We outplayed him a bit at the end and we walk with a pretty dominant win. GG, well played and peace out. This guy is an incredibly good player. I've played against him a lot on ladder. It was a pleasure playing against him again. All right, so jumping into this one, we're going to go for an Ice Golem in the back, and this guy's going to hit us up with Skeletons. So whenever I see Skeletons, I'm assuming it's going to be a fast cycle deck, and we see Mr. Monk in the back. Okay, so Monk and Skeletons, maybe it's going to be like, you know, that annoying Phoenix deck. We'll have to wait and see. Yep, so Phoenix, Monk, both level 14. So this guy is a certified savage. I'm going to go for an Elixir Collector in the back, and if we go in for a Goblin Gang to counter the Miner, that would be awesome. Wow. Just straight up spams us with the Phoenix and the Monk. Okay, so I can't do anything to counter that. I'm just going to let that roll, and then I'm going to go in for a goblin gang so we can pull most of his stuff to the other side and then go in for a minion horde to snipe each phoenix individually. Because if we can do that, then I think we're in a good spot. Oh, he's just straight up spamming phoenixes now. Okay, that's a strategy that we didn't want to see in Clash Royale, but here it is. I need to go in for a monk so we're able to kill the phoenix egg so that it doesn't get rebirthed. And we are able to kill the other phoenix too. So we got out of this situation. It was just extraordinarily scary because phoenixes are straight up overpowered. Okay, one thing that we can do is we can go in for a miner on top of his elixir collector, go in for the monk ability so that he can't log on top of the goblin gang, and he's gonna snowball and it gets reflected back on the tower. Let's go! That's filthy. How does that make you feel? You're playing level 14 and level 15 spammy phoenix cycle with a mirror, and you're getting absolutely finessed, my dude. I'm an elixir collector in the middle, and we know what he's gonna try to do. He's just gonna do the same dumb thing where he goes in for the phoenix and the mirror and spams the overpowered strongest card in the game. But if you outplay your opponent and you reflect their spells back at them, they're not gonna have a good time. Okay, I think I should have... Yeah, the musketeers are definitely dead. That's the sad thing about it. I need to be able to go for an ice golem so then I can pull the phoenixes to the other side, but I don't think I can pull all of them back. I'm just going to pull the overpowered level 15 one, and I'm going to go in for a minion horde here. And he's going to lose his phoenix. He's going to get another one reborn, which is really overpowered. But it's okay because we can kill it. I think that the goblins are going to be able to kill it, even if he goes in for a snowball. Yeah, we're chilling. Woo, can we win this game? Oh my goodness. All right, so it's obvious that I need to go in for a monk here so then I can kill the other one so it doesn't get reborn. He's just trying to spam heal spirits. I'm going to go in for the monk ability so we can just stall a little bit. And then I can go for an ice golem. I don't want a minion horde. I want to split my 3 musketeers so his monk can't give him too much value. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go in for a goblin gang and a miner because I think that's more than enough to counter everything. Maybe I'm insane for thinking so. Maybe I'm a crazy person. I think the spear goblins might even be able to kite most of his stuff to the middle. And then I can get a monk down. Yo, the monk is guaranteeing 200 damage on my tower every single time. What is this game turned into? It's just like Phoenix and monk spam everywhere. But 17 seconds remaining. If I go in for a miner and I go in for a minion horde on the right-hand side, I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. He has to go and play on defense. Even if he's got rocket, it's not going to be enough. So we will walk away with a very dominant win against someone with all the overpowered cards in one deck. And there was still nothing he could do. As you guys can see, this meta is absolute chaos, and I am loving it a bit. All right, so this guy's at 7,000 trophies, so we'll get quite a bit if we win this one. Apparently, he's a veteran. Giving us some love. We'll give you some love back, and we'll reflect back the spells at you too, hopefully. Oh, man. You know what? I think I have to go in for the monk at the river and click the ability to kill the 2 musketeers. I think that's really the only optimal outcome that I can have here. So we're going to kill the double musketeers and cycle a card. That's pretty nice for us. And we do like 300 damage to his tower. I'm going to zap so then the monk is going to stay alive a little bit longer. Oh, I didn't get the minion horde down to finish off the musketeer in time. Unfortunately, he's got arrows. So a weird 3 musketeer deck with arrows. How am I going to outplay this? The goblin gang is going to give us a lot of value, baiting out a barbarian. So that's, you know, +2 trade for me, but then I have to relinquish 2 elixir with the almighty ice golem to kite that to the other side. So not necessarily the best game in the world for us, but we can make it work. I'm going to try to reflect his arrows, but the thing that I've noticed is you have to make sure that the monk is on the inside and then the minion horde is on the outside. So then the arrows don't go to the minion horde first. If the arrows go to the minion horde first, you're never able to reflect it. So it's all positioning. So like monk here, minion horde here, and then the arrows come from the king tower, so they hit the monk before hitting the minion horde. So that's something to keep in mind. If you guys don't know, now you know. Okay, so I'm expecting him to do that, so I kind of want to go in for one of these, where I minion horde, and then I go in for the monk. So then when he decides the arrows, he gets absolutely finessed, or maybe he's just not going to do it, and lose his tower, and then lose the elixir collector. Okay, so he's going to lose his tower, and then he's going to lose the elixir collector. That's a really good trade for me as well, because the elixir collector would definitely give him an absurd elixir advantage. Oh, I can't get back to another monk ability. That would have been so awesome. That would have been too clean. All right, can I stop a huge golem parade push? That's another question for a different day. I don't know if this is going to be good. We kind of have to sack the tower, so I'm not going to spend that much elixir until the musketeers lock onto that. Then I'm going to immediately follow up with an ice golem and goblin gang. So I think we're in a good spot, actually, because we have more musketeers than our opponent. Even though he's got an overpowered phoenix, it doesn't matter to me. Yo, wait, I can go for monk? Totally going to expect him to arrow any second, so I want to go and click the ability. So then he's going to lose everything. Oh, look at the reflection right back at the tower, keeping the minion horde alive. That is beautiful. The outplay potential that you will have with monk is out of this world. I'm going to go for 3 musketeers so then he doesn't get any eggs happening. No Easter bunny for you, bro. Wait, can I go in for another monk ability? I'm literally spamming it and I don't get it down in time. But we've got 2 musketeers on 2 musketeers for him, so that's decent. I'm going to go in for a goblin gang with an ice golem so we can pulverize that musketeer so it doesn't give him counter push. And then when you have minion horde, make sure that you drop the minion horde in the back of the golem. So when the golem explodes, the minions don't die. Notice how the minions are going to stay alive here. And if I had dropped it directly in front, we would have lost the game. So I think we're fine. Even if he goes in for arrows, I can get a goblin gang down and shut down the skeletons. And we walk away with a very dominant W. 2 seconds remaining and no units on the board to clean us up. We love to see it, and we beat someone at 7,000 trophies, so we're going to get a lot from that one too. So we've won an absolutely insane amount of games with this deck, and the last person we played against was actually really good too. Looking at his legacy best, he finished top 270 in the world at over 8,099 trophies. Beating some of the best players in the world so easily feels fantastic. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your day.